One Chicago artist is debuting portraits honoring 10 individuals who have left a mark on Chicago and beyond.
Anthony Olusina Schleicher is reinterpreting iconic figures through expressive oil and pastel paintings. Anthony and Shari join us now with more. Welcome to you both. All right, Shari, I should say welcome back. So we're going to start with you. This was kind of a collaboration between the two of you, but you brought Anthony in. Tell me a little bit about what this project entails.
So the University of Chicago approached me to do the Breezeway. So it's pretty much the parking between, it's a walkway between Harper Court and Lake Park.
And that's because your shop, your curated shop is,
yes, which is Recycled Modern, which is on Harper Court, 5231 South Harper Court. And they told me that they wanted to commission someone to do it, some art in the Breezeway, and the first person I thought about was Anthony. Anthony did an exhibition with me a couple of years ago, and he used this beautiful oil pastel paint. And I'm like, this is it, and let's make it all about Chicago icons.
And Anthony, we're taking a look right now at these icons and these beautiful portraits here. I mean, we've got everybody from Chaka Khan, Valerie Jarrett, Michelle Obama, Muddy Waters. Tell us a little bit about how you even whittled that down to 10.
Well, Shari presented the idea to me, and she was saying that we wanted to celebrate figures who had helped shape Chicago and really the world. And so we combined the list. She helped give me some names, and then we started working on the project, bringing it to life.
Now, this is a question for both of you in a way. I mean, when you're thinking as an artist of public art, do you approach it a little differently when you're thinking, okay, this is art that people are going to see as they're walking through a walkway, you know?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that it's like public and it makes it accessible to everyone. You want to, you know, have people that people can recognize, that people know, that they can connect to and stuff like that. So that's probably one of the main things, yeah.
So Shari, what were you thinking when you guys got together and tried to start making this list? Powerful people who have made a difference that people would stop and say,
I know this
touch
person.
them. Yeah, yeah.
One, I wanted to think of people who weave the fabric of what Chicago is. And there's so many different mediums between what Chicago is. So you have art, culture, politics. And Valerie Jarrett is a business person. Millie Hobson is one of my favorites with Aerial Investments. So I wanted to combine a bit of all of the people who weave what Chicago is into one, and then making it into this very like cool pop art exhibition, but still have some integrity behind it as well. So that's why I chose Anthony.
And I mean, you've worked with a lot of people throughout your store. I mean, you have modern homewares, goods, art, but then you also have vintage goods as well.
Yes.
What made Anthony stick out in your mind as he's the perfect one for this job?
So I've been working with Anthony for we've known each other for 7 years?
Yeah.
And like I said, when his expressions, first of all, the way that his vivid expressions that he used and the technique that he uses, the base of the oil, the stacking of oils, that's how he,
the layers.
his layering. And then his pops of color, the expressions, like this piece, the Margaret Burroughs. You see all of the expression in there, and he's very in-depth with, he's a deep thinker also, so I figured like, you know, let's put some thought behind this.
Absolutely. And Anthony, is that kind of what you were thinking when making these? I mean, so much color, so vibrant, yet when you step back, you know who they are.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to match like detail, realistic, to like actually portray the characters, but then use like expressive mark making, bold color, you know, rich layers and textures to kind of like express the spirit and like the humanity of these people too, and not just a photo. When
you are working on one of these, you know, portraits, are you looking at a multitude of photos and video? Are you working from one? Do you try to whittle it down to one inspiration? Yeah. Actually, so some of the figures I was more familiar with, like I come from a combat sports background, so like Muhammad Ali is someone who I was really familiar with him. And then certain of the people, it's like, when in their life are we trying to capture them? When they're young, when they're older? So I was trying to find an image that represented them the most complete from their life, and then also like do some research and just try to
add that to the image too, like a look in their eye or like a certain color combination.
I'm curious if in your research you learned something new that you hadn't known before that you hope people take away when they view this.
Yeah, I mean, first, the main one was Muddy Waters, actually. I didn't know he had a house on like 43rd. That was crazy to me. I had really been into Muddy Waters when I took like a blues class when I actually first moved to Chicago. So it was like really cool, and that was something that I had missed. So then when I went back and was like doing research and I learned that, I thought that was really cool. I didn't realize he had residence in Chicago.
Now, how long will these portraits be up, and then are they going to be available for the public to purchase down the road? What?
So I can actually take that
Yeah.
one. So University of Chicago, thank you to them. They commissioned me to do it and to collaborate with an artist to do it. So it's a permanent installation.
Okay.
But we have, because we've gotten so much great feedback from it, we have been asked if they can recreate something maybe a little different, because he's never going to do something twice, just to keep in the integrity of the piece. But we are doing commissions as far as like taking commissions on some of the figures or a different figure with Anthony's aesthetic.
Well, Anthony, Shari, thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank
for
you.
being here. Very, very cool installation. For more details, you can head to the website on your screen, find them on the socials, and go take a look at it in person.